tonight. From TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Jacksonville Jaguars versus Joshua Dobbs and the Tennessee Titans.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and off we go from Jacksonville. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by the first overall pick from a couple of drafts ago, former Clemson Tiger Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior, whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations, and he's doing everything in his power to follow through.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. ETN once more. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And taken right at the 35. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They'll be led out by their 6'4" QB from the University of Tennessee. It's Joshua Dobbs.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Titans. 41 yards for Derrick Henry. And the Titans will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they'll bring it out to the 20. Agnew elects for the touch game.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says you punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Lawrence will throw. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on 3rd down.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram.
And he will have a Jaguars first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Etienne up the middle. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 29, Dobbs escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. On first down, Dobbs to throw. Throw left side to his tight end, Swain. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down, Dobbs.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, Dobbs. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
A first down carry for Henry. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
2nd and 6. Here's Dobbs to throw. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. On the move past the 40. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
Looking for Woods again, and he finds him.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Titans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football. And that's exactly what happened there.
Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was finished off on the touchdown reception by Derrick Henry.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw.
And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
They go play action with Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. He's been a busy in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 10.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And he returns this to the 22. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll...
And oh, he coughed it up, and the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a two-score game that has a chance to tighten up considerably.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another tote for Etienne. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd and 1, Lawrence. And his throw here is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes. Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted.
Picked by Kevin Byard. He's at the 50, 30, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. Now Lawrence.
And his throw is incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now Lawrence.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Tennessee offense set to go again.
They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, That's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now Dobbs. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. Oh, he bowls over him. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards.
The tackling in this game has not been good so far. We've seen our share of missed tackles. Case in point, that one right there. And that miss led to another big play. I don't know if it's effort. I don't know if it's technique, but they'll have to work on that in practice.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw Dobbs.
And this one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
Dobbs.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Flushed out right.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And the Titans are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Titans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. They'll try the right side with Henry. Tackled there by Rayshon Jenkins.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Oh, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one in the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Henry will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
And now out come the Jags.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I am so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Dancing to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Lawrence.
Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Draw play, Etienne.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Buying time to his left.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
Here's Lawrence.
And able to find Kirk complete.
And he is going to have a Jags first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
50, plant, 61, matchbox, lights.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. You remember me?
Now Lawrence on first down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Monty Rice leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Flush to his right.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And this is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
They keep it with Henry on first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
114 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Room here to Derrick Henry all alone. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So that CD, that was impressive. He got out of 3, maybe 4 tackles there on his way to the end zone.
And a lot of times when you break a tackle or slip a tackle, it actually slows you down. That's what we were taught. If you don't make the play, make him stop his feet so someone else can get there and tackle him. But not here. He just kept right on going.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season.